The Resistance Front was recognized internationally by the U.S. Department of Justice with a license to operate the National Resistance Front. Friendly and neighboring countries can now officially support the front and even send a military reinforcements. We will soon see the suppression of the Taliban and the occupiers and the liberation of the country. There is not a day that several Taliban in Panjshir and Andarab are not killed in ambushes and guerrilla attacks by the forces of the National Resistance Front. The media have no access and the Taliban keep their casualties a secret. In the last 24 hours, 13 Talibani have been killed in Andarab, 9 in Panjshir and 3 in Faryab. During last night's clashes in the Panjshir fence, a Taliban armored tank with all its occupants melted and several vehicles of the occupiers with all their military equipment fell into the hands of the Liberation Forces of the National Resistance Front. Hours ago, in a guerrilla attack by forces of the National Resistance Front under the command of Commander Hajj Nabi in Robat Bagram, Parwan Province, above a Taliban checkpoint, 7 Taliban, including their leader, were killed and all their military equipment was looted. Images of recruits of the Taliban military academy in Kabul. The Taliban are apparently training a lot of Pakistani in anticipation of a post-spring offensive by the resistance. China will pay to build a new military base on Tajikistan's border with Afghanistan. Cyrus, who declared the first human rights charter in history, was one of the greatest liberators of our history and civilization. The NRF will continue this legacy of our forefathers by defending human rights, a sacred value ingrained in our civilization's DNA. History will write that Afghanistan was saved by the Punjabi mercenaries of these brave young men, not those who preferred to flee. You can be sure that the resistance will win by relying on God.